Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice, but none of that really matters for tonight's stream because I am going to be playing Resident Evil 2, continuing on in the sewers, hopefully getting through them, and yeah, just making some progress with that. And I have to say, while this was my most favorite game that I was playing, Arc Raiders has kind of dethroned Resident Evil 2 because that game's super fun. I ended up playing it a little bit earlier today just because I wanted to mess around with the mic, make sure that was good. And yeah, I kind of got sucked into the game for an hour. Um, and I will be streaming Arc Raiders tomorrow at some point. To be honest, I was going to cut my hair today, but I decided not to. I'll be cutting it tomorrow, and then after that, I'll be streaming Arc Raiders. Probably for a few hours, because that game's awesome. But yeah, let's get into the game here. I will be taking breaks to go over tickers, so put them in the chat. We'll populate above me here. And I'll try to leave that up, but if nobody's joining and stuff, I might just hide the chat so it's not just leaving random comments up there. But it's up there now, so put in the chat any requests that you have. And yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, like I said, for Arc Raiders, putting out the schedule for the week as well. And yeah, but let's get into the game. It's been kind of a lazy day for me. I had to work for an hour this morning and just kind of threw off my whole day. I haven't really done too much. But, okay, so let's start the game. And I am going to turn the lights off here in a second just because it helps me see, because the screen can be a little bit dark. But I will be a little bit pixelated as a result. Now let's continue with the story. I'm going to load the game, not continue. I was messing around at the very end, just, you can see I saved it a number of times in the sewers, just trying to be careful. And yeah, so my goal is now to find Ada, and hopefully we can get through the sewers. To be honest, I don't really like the sewers that much. It's kind of dark and gross. I think it's really just kind of getting to that point in the game where it's just like deep into the grossness of Resident Evil. But yeah, I'm going to select that. And then I will confirm in a second. I'm just going to turn the lights off. 1 second. All right, yeah. I'm a little pixelated, but that's okay. Let's read what it says. Annette appears before Ada again. Enough with this cat and mouse game. A frustrated Ada proclaims, but Annette keeps her cool and swiftly puts Ada out of commission. Meanwhile, after losing consciousness due to blood loss, Leon picks up Ada's trail and chases after her. That actually makes me feel kind of proud because since he was shot, blood loss, he was actually in pretty good shape how I left him back there, and we are now going to go back to where Leon is. And one thing that I might actually want to do, is go to the chest, and I am going to want to just do, let's see, I've got a bunch of gunpowders. I'm just going to do one gunpowder. Maybe I need it, maybe I don't. Probably don't, but yeah. And I see somebody's in the chat. Bruce, we are watching the game. You good, bro, on the lights? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't know there was a game on. Is it NBA? I heard, or I saw Colin Gladman posting about the NBA, so I imagine something there. But yeah, I'm good with this game. I'm having fun. I'm really just looking forward to getting through the sewers because I've like fumbled through them a bunch. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by at least to say hi if you're watching the game. You enjoy that. This stream will be available after the fact and should have some good stuff in there.
Smell.
Oh, the game I am playing. We were watching the game. Yes, I am good. And on the lights, it's so funny. My brain like skips ahead sometimes. And yeah, I think that This should help me see a lot better like this. But then if I do a request, if you have a request for me to go over in 50 minutes or so, I might turn the lights back on for that. And one of the things I realized playing through this bit many times is maybe he's, yep, like when I reload from there, there's this guy up there, and he's just super annoying to kill. And because he like takes like at least 5 bullets. And I've killed him with one shot before, but when he was at a different spot. And I think it's because I load from that typewriter rather than walking into the scene without loading. So it kind of like makes it a little bit easier for you, I guess, if you're, and I'm just trying to be quiet so that guy doesn't hear me, because he will come down after me. And let's see, I can reload this. I have all of the Arc Raiders controls in my head. That game is so awesome. It's like you just scavenge for stuff, and like I played a little bit today. Ooh, what is... There's like a red thing over there. I'm wondering, the waterway here is green though. But yeah, with Arc Raiders, I bumped into a tick. I hate those things. And it jumped on me. I got away from it. And then I blew it up with a grenade. Which it's like, I've been getting better at using grenades, all this stuff. So, super proud of myself there. And I watched a Cantonese cat video before this. And just kind of updated trades that I plan on making during the week. I just basically place some limit orders, and then I kind of forget about stuff so I don't have to pay attention while I'm at work. But yeah, hopefully the zombie that's up here goes down. Goes down without a fight. Because he's annoying. I just really am like kind of paranoid about wasting ammo. So I might just hang out here and just like wait for him to totally get killed. Wasted 2 shots, I believe, but he's down. It's okay, I'll check this door. It's gonna be locked, but yeah, the like action button, or like for opening stuff in Arc is square, Arc Raiders, and in this it's X. So gotta like retrain myself a little bit. This guy will reanimate, and I just don't really want to deal with zombies running around here, because there are doors here. I'm gonna have to come back, and if I don't take him out, he'll go in the waterways and surprise me, all that stuff. There's another guy down there, but I don't want to be dealing with 2 at once. And then this guy will also fall down, but he's basically dead. And he still may reanimate. This guy's super annoying. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna Yep.
Damn it.
And this guy's just a one shot.
You bet.
Alright, didn't want to waste the shotgun, but I also didn't want to get bitten. So, that's a compromise. That's a compromise. And reload that. And I'll put my handgun back on, reload that as well. That is locked. I could have taken him out with one shotgun. Dang it. Damn it. That's annoying. Oh well. It is what it is. And I totally have a bunch of ammo, so I'm not worried about it. And there's like a chest piece over there, that's why it's red. Actually, I'm gonna make sure that's why it's red. And make sure to check my health. I am fine. I didn't get bitten or anything. Okay, yep, it's green. I need to get across there though, so I just want to make sure that it's green. Oh, I saw my arm go and I was like, oh my god, there's a zombie standing up. Like, I like this game, but it's just like, I've realized it's like so much more stressful than Arc Raiders, which can be pretty stressful. And this, I think I'll get a knife over here. And so there's going to be a big baddie down here, I think a G-virus type of thing. And I'm not going to take him out, but I think I will get to a point with him where I can get past him, and that's all I really need. So it's not this way. Down the spillway this way. And yep, that's blocked off, and this is green. So I'm just going down here.
Shit.
Okay, I want the shotgun for this. I'm basically gonna like I'm just like hide from them up here. That's gonna be my strategy. Yeah, so he goes down, and then there's like gunpowder over here. Now let's go down, shoot him, and then retreat. Okay, so I can make more shotgun if I need to. I'm just gonna like slowly go up to this guy. He's like pretty vulnerable. Now I'm just gonna shoot him. Get away.
What the hell?
So like he won't get me up here. But it'll send little things after me. Maybe I didn't get a good enough shot at him. Because he would normally be like hiding over there. There he is. It's like a little buggy because he'd like come over here and glitch a little bit and send these like spore things after me, so I just don't want to deal with him. But yeah, I can just run back there. He's pretty slow. Maybe I'm just not getting close enough to him. Nope, yep, he's sending his little spore things or whatever. They just like fizzle out down there, I think. They like can't survive outside of the gross water. Okay, cool. Right. He might be hiding right there. So I think I just need to like run past him. All right. So now I know he's chilling there. It's nice he like before he'd like glitch out on me here. I think it's because I like aimed for his like little plate or whatever that was on him. So now he's like more vulnerable now. Okay, so those guys are gone. And I just need to run past him. I can just go down there again on the land, or on the concrete or whatever, and I'm good. Go, Leon, go. He won't come up here. Gross. All right, and so that's red. I think it's red because of that. Got the shotgun shells, so I feel good. And it's possible there's more stuff down here, and I can just like take him out. I'll do a couple shots. See what happens. Well, he's at least weaker, so if I have to encounter him again, no problem, okay? And then, yeah, the map. Let's just go forward. No sense in wasting more on him. Because sometimes, like, guys will like get glitchy, and it's just like your shots aren't even like being recognized. It's like a cable car. Man.
Cable car. Interesting.
Yeah, in the sewer, it's kind of weird. Just like an old sewer or something. And so I'm pretty sure that like, you look down on that thing. There's a little T-bar thing. I need to get that for opening up some of the valves and stuff, or the doors. Okay. Man. Okay, so shotgun shells, so that's good. Got 2 of those. Now I have 4 shots. Anything over here? I think that's where Ada was, on that like platform, and she fell or something. Or maybe it's a different platform, but it looks similar.
Where'd she go?
Yeah, she must have been down there. There's no controls there. No articles for me to read. Something in the locker, I think. A note. Copy of emails to Umbrella HQ. Director Owens, there are alarms going off all over Nest. I don't know what's going on, but I can hear gunfire and I can't reach my section chief. We're trapped. Please send help ASAP. Director Owens, the situation here is dire. Nest has been contaminated with the virus. It's unbelievable. The failsafe system didn't activate at all. Is this the work of outsiders? I can't imagine who else it could be. But why? Mayor and Kim are dead. I can't stop coughing. Why won't you answer me? Director Owens, it was, I think he might be the guy that was in the sewer that I was shooting. Let's see what's in here. Okay. Don't have that. Dial lock, check other stuff over here. I think I'm good. I can drop down here. Let's see. This is like double drop down. This lift doesn't work, I guess. It's funny. I thought it was hold X or hold something else. Okay.
I don't like the sound of that. Come on. Ada. I'm coming,
Yeah,
Ada.
she totally fell down from that platform. So that's my mission, is to save her. Looks like I got some bullets behind me over here somewhere. Cool, yeah, so I'm like in good shape for bullets. There's still more stuff in this room though. That's where I came down, I guess. There's probably like a map or something in here. Yeah. Sewers map, so that's nice. And still more stuff for me to collect. Something over here. Okay, I can save. I'll probably want to save just to keep up on my progress. I think I can play a videotape over here. I can also read these notes. Let's do both. I guess I'll do the videotape first. And so, yeah, I've got this USS digital video cassette from one of the like SWAT guys. And so let's play this. Then I don't have to carry it around.
Please. Oh, please, stop. Stop.
Make the volume a little louder.
No. Don't hurt him.
All right, and actually I'm gonna
Virus. I'll bet those rats spread it.
make the volume down a little bit. I'm gonna go -5 for just like notes for myself, pretty much. So I'm just gonna write that down. -5. Play. All right, and I got this thing here. Oops, not that. No, but the document. So Sewers Company pamphlet, Knights Construction Co. So greetings from the CEO. Thank you for your interest in Knights Construction Company. Over the past 20 years, we have had the honor to work on the sewer systems of some of our country's greatest cities, while never losing sight of our two core principles of playfulness and superior industrial design. Personally, I think they should have the superior industrial design listed before playfulness, but whatever. At KCC, we believe that just because our work is subterranean doesn't mean our designs have to be subpar. More refined than a queen, more polished than a knight, and as pleasant as a pawn, our work is sure to bring great victory to everyone involved. May we all meet on the field someday. Knights Construction Company CEO, World Chess Alliance Honorary Member, Raccoon Chess Club Honorary Advisor, Fisher Chess Lovers Guild Honorary Director, R.B. Fisher. Perhaps it's Bobby Fischer. But yeah, that's just, that guy's a little crazy. I think everybody is a little bit, you know. Okay, and there's typewriter. There's got to be some other stuff for me here. Okay, yeah, this room's bigger. Going over here. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the chess pieces and stuff. So I got them. So if I had the chess piece, which I think was the, is it the rook? I believe it's the rook, the castle one. Yeah, so I got some like instructions over here for that, so we can take a look. Unlocking the U area door. I lost the thing that tells you how to unlock the door to the U area during that last mad dash of a transfer. I know you have to stick one plug into each terminal, but if anyone remembers which plug goes where, please be a pal and share by posting the info on this board. Alright, so now let's check the board. So this is, you know, pretty sure the rook and knight are on the same wall and the bishop and queen aren't next to each other. The queen and rook were opposite each other too. Okay, so that being said, this is the bishop. No, I don't want to take it with me. What does it say about the bishop? The bishop and queen aren't next to each other. And so if the queen is, that's a pawn. And so over here, I don't know what that one is. This is the knight. And I'm going to take that one because clearly it goes right here. Knight plug. And so I know how to do this. I just like the puzzle's fun. Pretty sure the rook and knight are on the same wall, so the rook needs to be on that side. And the bishop and queen aren't next to each other. The queen and rook were opposite each other too. The rook and knight are on the same wall. And so if that's the pawn, and this is, what's in this one? That is the bishop. Pretty sure the rook and knight are on the same wall. and the bishop and queen aren't next to each other. And so if the bishop and queen aren't next to each other, the queen and rook were opposite. Okay, so wait, let's just figure out from the knight first. The rook and knight are on the same wall, and so the rook needs to be over to the left. The queen and rook were opposite each other too, so if this is the pawn, that means this is the queen, and that the rook needs to be here. The bishop and queen aren't next to each other. The queen and rook were opposite each other. The bishop and queen aren't next to each other. Okay, I'm pretty sure the rook and knight are on the same wall. The bishop and queen aren't next to each other. The queen and rook. The rook and knight are on the same wall. The bishop and queen aren't next to each other. The queen and rook were opposite each other. So the queen has to go here, which would mean the rook is right here. And if the queen and rook were opposite each other, wait, the bishop and queen aren't next to each other, so they can be on opposite walls, because if the queen and rook are opposite each other, that would mean that the queen has to go there. Rook and knight are on the same wall. Already got that. Okay. The bishop and queen aren't next to each other. So if the queen has to go on that side, that means that the bishop's on the other side. The queen and rook were opposite each other. So that means that the bishop should go over here. And so that leaves me with this being the rook, and opposite the rook would be the queen, which is next to the pawn as marked there. So this has to be the king. And so that's what I've got to solve, basically, to open this door. Okay, and so with all of that having been talked through, let's just go back over here. And I am going to save, just so I'm not having to like walk back so much if I screw up, because I don't need to do this perfectly, and I have enough health and, you know, all of that to get by. But let's check in here, see if there's anything I want to drop off. Okay, the videotape I can get rid of. I might want to just keep these 3 plants just in case. I don't need 2 knives, because then maybe I just waste both of them and then I'm stuck without one. And a grenade. Maybe I'll want that later, but not just yet. And yeah, so I think I'm fine like this. I might just... Oh, I can't move it, so I guess I'll just leave it like that. And this, oops, I will discard because I've already watched that. And so I will just go to the typewriter and save, and I'm just gonna keep adding to this. I'm probably not gonna be rated that high for having used so many saves, but whatever. So this is the door that I need to unlock, which means I can go through this door, which should be over here. Like, I don't need to kill all the guys I bump into. Ooh, I can lower that. I don't know that I want to do that just yet. Or maybe I'd be lowering that is what I would be lowering. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Cool. Oh, but there's a dead guy over there. I think he reanimates. Let's just check, okay. So there are multiple ways that I can go over here. So I kind of just want to scope it all out. I'm pretty sure there's a plant over by that guy. Which I don't really need. Exit. Oh, there's a safe here. Oh yeah, there's a plant. Two, 12, 8. I remember. 2, 12, 8. So 2, 12. Dang it. Okay, so 2, 12. It says 2, 12, 8 right there. So 2, 12. Cool. Okay. I'll have to come back and get that plant. I wish it would just mark on my map. But I don't want to get too close to that guy. Let's see if this door opens. Yeah, it does open. Good to know. And actually, which door is that? I think it... Okay, cool. Just gonna go over here. Yes, I see that door's open. Go up the stairs. Actually, can I control stuff from here? No. Red plant. Oh, there's a T-bar thing. That might be handy. Take the red plant. Because I'm going to be able to open up a lot of stuff with that. Okay, so the stairs here are clear apparently.
ID wristband required for cable
okay.
car entry.
That might be how I get out of here. I don't think I go down here just yet. I think I gotta do some more stuff. Just gonna check it out. Okay, so some notes. Okay, delivery receipt. The item below has been delivered to the location specified in your order. Heat resistant safe number 1. The combination is written on the side of the safe in chalk. Please remember to erase it before you use the safe. Okay, and so I already knew that. I just remembered it. It's like pretty much any safe in this game, it's like, we'll just check to see if stuff's written on the side. And let's actually check my inventory. I only got 3 spots left, and I can ditch a red plant, so that might be useful for me to do before I go forward. See, I'm just gonna drop off the red plant. And that's the other thing, like Arc Raiders, it's all about just like managing your equipment and like rationing, but then like when you die, you pretty much lose everything. So it's like, it's just a super cool game. I like it a lot. So let's store that. And yeah, I think I'm good there with all that stuff. And that zombie is still out of it.
Bastard. God damn it. I can do this.
Yeah, Leon, you can do this. I just feel like they're gonna reanimate and like bite me. So I don't want to like walk past them while they're just chilling there.
Son of a bitch.
There you go, buddy. Stay down. Okay, where am I on the stairs? And I'm going down. Okay, so that's going. Okay, and that's where the guy was that like was attacking me. So I can go over here. It's probably where I need to go. Or I can go over here. Another kind of option. God. It's like if they bite me when I run by them, I'm gonna be pissed. I think I gotta do it. What I'm gonna do. Back out of this stairway. That guy's still chilling here. Cool. There we go. I knew it.
Now what? Bastard.
Damn.
Fucking hell.
Maybe he can come through, maybe he can't. I don't know. Should have thrown a grenade at them or something. I just heard a guy fall. Man. Funny if he's like right behind the door. Both. All right there. Okay, that guy will reanimate, but I think later. Green plant. Okay, so I can go this way, and that's to get to the guy. I'll go this way and see where that takes me. And this area is red. Okay. There's a T-bar thing there. I got that. Okay. This spot's gross. I have to go down that way, and it's disgusting. So I'll just use this. I'm just checking this out. I'm not going down here, but that's where I have to go to. That door down there, I think. Which is red, surprisingly. I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Oh, and there's stairs here? Where do those stairs go up to? Okay. Cool. So that's like the waterways and stuff. Okay. Just trying to like figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Keys to the like offices and stuff over there. Okay, that area is green. If I drop down here, there's a green plant there. I'm pretty sure I can get that without screwing up. But at the same time, I can go down there and get the green plant. I'm going to want that with me. I'm pretty sure those guys don't reanimate. And it's possible. No, I can open it from over here. Oh, I can't use the T-bar thing. Guess I gotta use it from the other side. Okay, and so T-bar handle slot, yeah, but it's broken. That sucks. Some bugs. Alright, let's be careful when I go back. That guy might be reanimated. And I got 2 green plants, so I'm not worried about getting that other one over there. And that the stairs are green there. It's like such a disgusting area. Can't use it again, that's funny. But I want to lock myself in here. So yeah, like just up those stairs, there was a dead guy there. So maybe he's reanimated. He's still face down. Okay. So I'm just going to want to go that way and just like run because that guy's going to be over there. I just don't want to waste bullets on him and stuff. They're both down. Ugh. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, so that's all like the waterway. It's disgusting, but it is separated from where the guy was over here. There's probably some like bullets or something over here. This guy's over there. Ah, grenade, cool. Okay, so it's green. And so yeah, I can go there and just like run down that way and get up there. Or, yeah, because this is like a spillway thing that I slid down, so... Make sure that guy's still down. Cool. Alright. I don't like these big guys. They're just so gross. But he's like buggy too. Glitchy. You guys see that in the water? I think that might just be trash. Yeah, it's just trash. Good. Oh, God. What the hell? All right. I just don't want to deal with him because he's just I'm just gonna waste a bunch of ammo on him. My health is fine. Cool. Alright, and I got some shotgun shells. I didn't even waste any ammo. I got some shotgun shells. I'm nearly fully loaded now. And this area is green. Cool. Yeah, like I don't need to go out there. If I do, that's gonna suck, but I'll do it. Okay, so now I'm in Okay, so this is the workroom. This is where the rook is. There's a worker's break room. Hopefully we can save somewhere around here, and hopefully this guy doesn't reanimate, which I imagine he will. Okay, so what is that? Oh, it's a roll of film. Great. Gets it to develop more film. There's probably going to be more liquors back there. And also, just so you know, Bruce, if you're still watching, it's just about on the hour, so I can take a little break in a minute to go over a request if you like. Oh, cool pouch over here. Okay, this room is green. Oh no, I think I leave and then he comes out at me. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't need to mess with him because this is green. I need that plug socket. Then I have to go back in the water, I think, with the monster thing.
Jesus.
Lithium Americas, I am down. That's one that I've been wanting to cover, but I don't think anything terribly interesting. Dude, headshot explosion. That's sick. I always try to go for the heads just because I want that one hit, you know. But it doesn't always happen. The zombie that's in the floor there is probably going to come back out at some point. So once I get to a save or something, get to a break point, then I will... Workers break room. Oh, so that's where I was over here. Workers break room. I can unlock this. Yeah, because I just heard the guy and it's like I am gonna run. I think there might be somebody in here. By somebody, I mean... Oh, cool. No, it's quiet. Sick. Gunpowder. Okay. Let's not have options to make any kind of bullets. Nothing in there. More bullets. Sick. I'll take them. What the hell is that? It's like creeping me out. I did not know about this. What is going on? Can I just leave? I don't know what's going on. This is like insane, to be honest. Where am I going? Oh my god. Okay, dude, this is where I was like before. Special weapons case. Dude, I've like never been here. I didn't know about this. Oh. Special weapons case. I need my shield to get to that, I think. Well, hey, I'll take some magnum bullets. Dude, this is sick. Probably can't get into here, though. I am scared. So now I'm like in the basement over here. I need my shield. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. But that's cool. I was wondering how that connected. So if I can get to a save, then I can go back here, no problem. Get some special weapons. Or USAR, that's another one. Because I've covered you Amy a bunch, but what initially got me onto Rare Earth was USAR, and I just ended up buying some US Amy, so that's kind of why I covered that. Yeah, we're just gonna go over here. Hopefully I can get to a save. A spot to save. And then I'll... Oh, yeah, so...
Oh boy.
There's no typewriter in there. I was just in there, and that was the guy that was talking about potentially coming out.
Do this.
Ammo through there.
Shit.
Stay down, big boy. And I can use the key here. Hopefully, I can save in here. God damn it. Be nice to be able to save in here. Oh, yeah, because, like, I don't have any more space. I think I'm done with the key, though. And so Bruce is saying, has USAR at 1305 a share. Think this will be a 2 to 5 year runner. To be honest, like I don't typically do things too long term, just because like I kind of got into the trap with AMC, and like I mean it was just huge opportunity cost. But stuff with like Rare Earth, I agree with you. I don't have a very big position in you, Amy, but it's just like that is like another layer of crypto and energy. I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna discard that key because that's got the red check mark. I'm just making sure I'm not screwing this up. And then let's see. Wow, I can do some stuff. this, so let's see, I'll take this and maybe I want to make some special ammo with it. A large quantity of gunpowder. Make double the amount of ammo compared to regular gunpowder. And so I could do that like with shotgun. And then that frees up some space. Yeah, and then I'm not using anything new. I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just combine those. I got more shotgun. I know I'm gonna need it. And that's 5, so that's pretty good. Oh, and I can just get that one more round in there. Okay, and is this area green? This area is green now, but there's no typewriter. Disappointing. Okay, so I'm gonna want to do that, and then I have to go. I actually don't have to go down into. I'm just trying to figure out where I have to go. The waterway over here. What's that? T-bar handle slot, and that would get me to over here. Okay, yeah, so that's like a shortcut to going back to where I was. So that might be an appealing route. And so where am I at now? I guess I just gotta think about where I'm going real quick, and then I'll get to that analysis. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so I'm right up here, and I'm just looking down that way. Okay. But if I go down this way, I can go here, up and around, and this would bring me to here. And then I can like save. Okay. So it's like that, or what's the alternative route? Where I'm at right here. Go here to the work room. And then I go down to this. And then I got to go through the waterway where that monster is, which I don't want to do. There might even be 2 monsters there. So yeah, I might just try to like hustle back. So down over here through that waterway. And that's blocked off from where the gross guy is. And then I can get through there, go down. Yeah, and then I can get like to a save pretty quick. So I'm going to try to do that. It's over. Oh, well, I kind of have to do that anyways. Because I'm going to need this key. And so, yeah, going over there. I don't have a spot for it. That's fine. I can. Yeah, I know my inventory's full, so I gotta combine stuff. Hopefully that guy's like dead, otherwise. That's pretty funny. Big question, are there zombies in the water down there? And that guy's head's blown off, so he's not coming back. Just checking this. I just gotta like run down, go there. Hopefully that gross guy's not in here. Yes, I feel like I just gotta run.
Jesus. Fuck. What the?
Might reanimate, but that's fine. This one's not reanimating, because that one doesn't have a head. Wrong way. Oh! I want to get my knife back. God damn it.
Now what?
Not dealing with that. I want my knife back. God damn it. Okay. And how's my health? Caution, not fine. Alright. Could be worse. Stupid of me to go down that way. Alright, and I'll use my T-bar. I want to go back and get that special weapon, but I'm just gonna go to the chest and save, and then I'll go over the charts. And I'll put them out as clips in the morning, so if this gets going too late, because I'm screwing around, they will be out there. Okay, so then it's like I want to go here, then I go up the stairs, and from the stairs, yes, then I can go over here. That guy's gonna be back on the left. I'd be sick if I got a headshot on him. Nope, he's still down. Both here. Okay, he's still chilling there, so that's good. And I will use a health when either before I get to the boss or yeah. Okay, so I'll just like reorganize my stuff. So what do I want to do? I still might need that thing. I just gotta check this out. Where's the other T-bar thing? It's annoying, there are like so many. Oh, I can't put my chest piece down. Which is back over here. Wait a second. This isn't the chest piece room? Yeah, it's back over here. Cool. Okay, and I had decided that the rook goes here. Oh. So I just need the king and queen. There's a typewriter on the chest. Okay, cool. So just do this. I'm gonna want to use the health stuff. I'm not gonna need the grenade right now, but I am going to need some other stuff. The film, I'm not gonna need it. These mag bullets, I'm not gonna need them now. Poison, I might need it. Bullets. And it gives me options. So yeah, this is probably good. And then I just need this. Cool. Okay. That should get me set. And so yeah, I'll just save it. Another spot here. Oops, I got bit, whatever. Okay, so now I can take a break, and then I'll probably just like reload that so it's not just like time sitting. And so I'm going to turn the light on for this analysis. 1 second. All right. All right, so I'll look at the three of them and see which is most interesting. And I'll definitely do that one. And then it's possible I might just wait like on the other for data to start looking interesting. Because, yeah, so like LAC over the past week, I've been wanting to cover it, to be honest, and like it's moved up a good amount. But I'm not sure. This is one I don't hold. I wish I did. But yeah, I mean, this big move, I've probably got a bunch of drawings up here. Yeah, so I mean, that pulled back very nicely to the 618. So that's interesting in that sense. So I could see that justifying a video for this. But let's also look up the options data. And actually, this, I'd covered this before. I think I'm going to want to add this one to the watch list. So I did a video on this. This looks insane. But it's actually from this day. And so that was this contract, $5. Ooh, not that. Yep, $5 for the 16th. So yeah, I'm just going to watch this. I'm not planning on buying this contract, but I am very interested in buying some shares. I think I actually placed an order to buy at 333, just 10 shares. Maybe it gets filled, maybe it doesn't. I can give you a quick justification why I picked that level. Partly because it's just repeating numbers, but also if I do come back over here to that chart, I was just looking at this in Webull, like where I don't have like any drawings for it up. You have Resolve as well. Dude, it just looks insane. I mean, I think that like within a week we'll know. If you haven't watched the video, I encourage doing it. But I was just thinking like, where could this pull back to if I was to like buy a dip? And I'm not exactly sure why I picked like 330, probably like, yeah, corresponding with like the highs here. Like the open on November 20th was 324, and it's like, okay, well, maybe it doesn't go back to 324, but that just being, you know, I guess I'll draw it up here, even though, yeah, like 324 right there, that could like back test that and then go higher. You know, it's like options expiration on the 16th for $5. That's the one that stood out. And it's like, okay, but like, how's the market going to play that? Or market makers, whatever. They're going to try to fake people out, shake people out. If it does go to 5 or above 5, maybe it pulls back, retests this, then people panic, sell, and then it goes higher. So that could happen. But like, if it doesn't come down to 325, 324, what's the high over here? On December 17th, that was 348. So it's kind of like splitting the difference there. Just thinking like maybe it pierces this, maybe it doesn't. And to be honest, I was initially thinking of just buying some at like 369, but it closed at 368. So maybe it pulls back some. And also, I don't have to be in it. It would just be to buy 10 shares, and it would be for like a short-term swing, just because the chart looks really good. Yeah, massive head and shoulders for sure. It's just like with that contract, since you're a holder, you're interested. You know, this 25,000, I'm not sure actually if the calculator will show up. I'm going to see if you can see that on the screen. You can't see the calculator. So that's maybe something that I need to adjust with this. So this is the Chrome. Let's see. I'm just going to try to add my calculator so you can see it, just so you can see the map. Oh, and Ed's blocking it anyway, so I got to have Ed step out of the way. But this, I'm just looking at stuff in OBS to try to figure out how to, I think I want to do a, I always just get confused with like the way these things are labeled. Media source. Oh, no, it's a screen capture, I believe. And I can do that from calculator. And so, yeah, you can see the calculator there. I believe you can. Yep. Yeah, I see two on my screen. So you've got to be able to see one of them. And so I'm going to have Ed step out of the way for this, though. So you can see the numbers. And, yeah, hopefully. This is so weird. Okay, because I see like two calculators. Okay, this is my calculator. And this is the one you can see. Okay, cool. So just like looking at the numbers over here, that was an increase of 20. So I'm just going to do it like by the number. So 25,582. So the number that's like right there. That's the increase in contracts. The average fill was 18 cents. And since each contract represents 100 shares, I'm just going to multiply that 18 cents by 100 to get 18 bucks. And so that's like almost $500,000 betting long. And that was from the 8th into the 9th. And the 9th only had a volume of 6.5 thousand. So there's still a bulk of that. 32,009 contracts being held, betting that price is going to go to $5 by the 16th. That's risky. I mean, that's totally risky, but there could be like a fake out before, then that's a dip buying opportunity. Also good to follow these options. So I'm going to like watch them, and I'll probably do an update, or if I'm doing a stream, you can request it and I'll follow up on it. But it'd be just like a casual follow up like this, like not doing any massive deep dives. But yeah, let's go back to the charts. And what was I thinking about? LAC. That's interesting. I wanted to pull it up over here. So LAC. This is going to be the past 30 days. Yeah, so what? I mean, this is like deep dive territory. This looks bearish from Friday, but that's just because it's like looks like selling of calls here with net call premium coming down by about $300,000. But over here, net call premium came down by $475. And so what we might want to do is just look back over the past 4 trading days to see what was going on with this call premium. And so we could do that by going over here and just searching LAC to see if there are big orders. It looks like there were some on the 8th and on the 7th. And that looks like this specific contract, all of these contracts, it looks like the $5.50 strike for February 6th. So that's like a month from now. And it looks like, yeah, so that was pretty notable on the 7th. If we come over here, the 7th was this drop. And so that seems bearish, but maybe it's actually not. So let's look at this specific contract and look at it over the past 7 days. So this actually doesn't look that bad. I wouldn't say this necessarily looks that bearish, and I can actually just do the past 3 days. And so for this contract, yeah, this is super cool. So what we see is open interest was like 14 at the start of the year, but then we saw it increasing a little bit, you know, by more than 10, by a factor of 10 to 185, 195, and then it goes up on the 7th. It looks like volume was 14.3 thousand. And I'm just trying to think if that was on the 7th here, that suggests selling to open with the net call premium coming down. So if I do the past 3 days here, net call premium coming down, that does suggest selling in the red there to open. So that would mean that these are probably some covered calls, which is not too surprising with it being at a strike of 550. And after, I mean, the price had moved up so much, it's reasonable to think that some covered calls would be sold. So coming back, oh, not this one, over to here. So we see that on the 7th, when the stock price was, oh, this is premium, so what's the stock price over here? 560, somewhere around there on the 7th, selling covered calls, expecting it to pull back some. And so it looks like selling of around 14 point, oh no, really like of sub 13,000 right here. So open interest goes from around 200 to around 13,000, likely the majority of those being covered calls, saying, hey, I've got a bunch of shares, I'm going to sell some covered calls because I think it's going to go down on this volatile move to the upside. I think it's going to correct some. And then following that, it looks like open interest went from 13,000 to only 4,000. And so this was then possibly a buying back of those covered calls, because or this is selling back the, well, let's see, could be buying back those covered calls, or this could be, yeah, probably buying back those covered calls. So that actually makes me think that they're betting on this going back up. So that's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. I just don't know that I understand it super well. But yeah, let's look at the Greeks, and then I'll do a video on this for sure. I think it's pretty cool. Max pain for Friday was 5, closed above 5. For the 16th, it's 5, and then it goes down to 450. And so that could be like getting into maybe gamma ramp territory if it's pulling back with the gray stock price being above the max pain, kind of going like what happened over here, which was the end of September into middle of October. So that would have been like what happened over here. Pretty insane. So yeah, and also I think that like Trump's been doing a lot of stuff. He's been moving a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. And so maybe there could be an announcement regarding lithium and mining securing for the U.S. So that's really interesting. Thank you for suggesting this. I'm glad I looked into this a little bit more. And so, yeah, what I might do is come back to this, and then we can talk about that. So I'll just like kind of walk you through my thought process, kind of like what I just did. Okay, cool. I'm excited about this. Thank you for the request. All right. And a gap fill. Okay, you see a gap fill. There are actually a couple here. That's a good point. So there's a gap fill here. Also a gap fill here. Yes. And then also a gap fill here. So I'll bring those up. I'll draw them up in the video. And then there's also this massive gap here for sure. Yeah, but this, I mean, breakout and finding support. So I think it's interesting. I don't know, but it makes me think that following this move, they're betting on the top being in and it pulling back, so they sold some covered calls. But then since it's held up here, and we actually probably want to look at the volume as well. The volume's coming down as it's consolidating, and so that could be a bull flag, and that this could be going for a measured move. I'll draw that up as well. Yeah, so lots to go over with this. I'll dive into it. I won't be looking at the chat when I go over it, but then I'll follow up with you after. And so you can feel free to put stuff in there that'll show up in the video, and then we can talk about it after. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure everything looks good over here. Cool. And actually, there's something that's... Oh, yeah, calculator is unlocked. There we go. Cool. All right. Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having some fun, taking a break from some Resident Evil to go over Lithium Americas, ticker symbol LAC. This was requested, as you can see above me in the chat. Also, though, this is one that I have been dying to go over because I just think it's a really interesting play. I did miss it over here, but that's part of the reason why I put some attention on UAMI and USAR rare earth elements, because we kind of have this, energy plays, layers. There's lithium that's storing that energy, but then we also have the rare earths that's going to go into a lot of like data centers, mining for Bitcoin and whatnot, just energy. There are going to be a lot of stuff going on there, but Lithium America's energy storage, pretty straightforward. And also it's securing those elements, whether it's lithium, rare earths, for the US. So I think this is a really interesting play. But like I said, I don't have a position in it. I didn't think it seemed that interesting until I just dove into some options data, which I'll be walking you guys through, kind of explaining my rationale that I think that this could be a double bottom here at the 618. That's at a price of $4.30 after we see this bounce from that level when we hit a low on December 31st at $4.32. So just 2 cents above that 618. Like I said, forming a double bottom here, kind of breaking down below that purple moving average, which is going to be the 100-day. Then we have the red line there. That is the 200-day. That's at 393. So maybe price could be coming down to 4. And maybe there are some gaps here as well as over here that price could be coming down to. So definitely something to be considering, that this could be pulling back. And so with that being said, since I did mention it, I'm not going to space on it. Let's just draw up where those gaps are just so you guys know what I'm talking about. We do have a gap here based on the closing price from January 5th. That was at 521. So I'm going to try to line that up right there, lock that into place. We can see the gap has not yet been filled. So I could see like 521 being a potential dip buying level. And that would also still be respecting all of these moving averages. The darker blue is the 50-day. That's at 501 marked here on the y-axis. And then the lighter blue, which actually kind of looks green here with that yellow shading, that is the 20-day, and that's at 492. And let's see, and I should note that the close on Friday, January 9th, bearish engulfing candle, so doesn't look that good, but that was at a price of 539. Might be important as far as max pain goes. If it was 5, we closed above it, and I think that's actually a good thing, even though this is a bearish engulfing candle. But anyways, let's get back to the gaps. We do have that one at 521. Another one probably stands out right here. Closing price on January 2nd was at 477. So we're going to mark that one, lock it into place. And then this one, maybe it's a little more subtle, but there is a gap down here as well. The close on December 31st was at 436. So marking that one. And then we have a glaring gap over here. I guess I already have that marked at 307. It looks like that was the closing price on September 23rd when we gapped up at the end of September and then had this big move into the middle of October. And that will actually come up, be important regarding options and max pain. Maybe we're getting into a similar type of scenario. Maybe there has been a lot of, moves being played by the Trump administration recently, and maybe there's going to be an announcement regarding Lithium Americas that could, send this higher. Or maybe it's just a rumor about lithium mining in the US, something like that. No idea, just speculating. But I think that this looks like a pretty interesting setup. However, following this big move, and let's just get a measurement from the approximate bottom there to the approximate high, it's about a 30% move to the upside. I could see this pulling back, retracing some, filling at least one of these gaps, so like 521, before this continues higher. So potentially this is a bull flag and it does continue higher, or potentially, it just needs to pull back, reset, maybe fill this gap at 477 or just retest 5 before continuing higher. I don't really know, but one way we can get an idea of what's going on with that is by looking at some options data. And so this is the net call and put premium going over the past 30 days. Kind of just wanted a general view because for me, nothing's really stood out too much. With this one, I have wanted to cover it just because I think it's interesting. We do see the net call premium going up and down a lot the past few days. It looks like on January 6th, we saw net call premium up by 620,000, and then on the 7th, down negative by 475, so $475,000. So kind of up and down here. What's going on? Big move in the stock price, the yellow line going up there. And so is this taking profits on calls? Is this chasing, buying calls as it's going up? We can look in that to get a better understanding. Is this a bull flag and it's going to continue, or is this going to retrace some before it either continues or breaks down? And one thing I should also note, since it is up here, the bear bull slider for Friday, January 9th, that is majority bearish side. So that does suggest that we could be seeing a little bit of a retracement, so something to be thinking about. And since I did mention it, and since it is over here on the screen, I'm just going to flip over to the Greeks so we can look at the max pain. I'm just going to zoom in here so we can see it a little bit better. And so the max pain for January 9th was $5. As I had mentioned, we closed at 539. That was the same price at the close of the after hours session as well. And so we closed above max pain. I think that's a great look. And then looking into the monthly contract expiration on January 16th, the January monthly calls, we see that max pain is at 5 again. So I think price could actually be pulling back to 5. So that is something to consider. And then the week after, January 23rd, 450. If price is around $5, then maybe we're going to start to see a gamma ramp, gamma squeeze. Price could go higher. And I had mentioned this over here that we did see some big price action, a big gap up around the end of September into the middle of October. And as you can see, the gray line here is the stock price, and the green dashed line with the red dots, that's the max pain. And so what we can see with that is the stock price got higher than the max pain and kind of just went for a run. Max pain tried to catch up with it. Market makers trying to, get the price to close at max pain, because max pain for you and me, retail, is max gain for market makers. And so as price goes up, max pain follows, and it takes a few weeks for it to catch up, middle of October, end of October, and then it all settles back down. And so what we're seeing here, and with that close above the $5 max pain on the 9th, is we're seeing that gray above the green and red. That could be suggesting that we're going to see a run like this, but it doesn't have to. I mean, over here we saw the gray above the green and red, and it didn't take off. It didn't rip faces off, but it did over here. So maybe we could be seeing something like that again, and we will actually have to come back and take a look specifically, or maybe I'll just mention it here because this one's going to be important, the February 20th contracts, and that is going to be the monthly, because monthlies are always on the third Friday, and so that's going to be February 20th. Max Payne's $5. Easy to remember. Let's consider that. But let's also come back to this, and I am going to zoom back out so we can see this a little cleaner, the past 30 days. But now let's look into some specific options, some specific contracts that were traded, larger volume, larger premium, that could correspond with the big spikes and dips that we're seeing here in net call premium. Could be suggesting whether price is going to be going up or down. So if we do go over here, I actually have it pulled up, but just so you're aware of how I got to this data, I just go to unusual whales and I search the flow. When the markets close, there's no flow, options aren't being traded, so this is stagnant. But when the markets open, this is probably moving a lot. So good to set filters so you have fewer results like I have up here, and I might actually zoom in on them so you guys can see a little bit better. Just make sure that number is above Ed's head. So for the flow, I typed in LAC, our stock up here, and I set the minimum premium to $100,000 just so we're looking at big orders. And what we can see is we only have 5 trades or 3 days where we saw some sizable premium. Over here, you can see that premium over 100,000. One of them is December 12th. We're not going to worry about that. But then looking at the time frame, when we saw these big wiggles over here, we can see on January 7th and January 8th, we saw some pretty interesting stuff. And actually, I misspoke. February 6th, not February 20th. And but either way, we come back over here, we look at the Greeks, scroll down, February 6th, it's all $5. So we don't have to worry about that at all. And so for February 6th, Max Payne's $5, and we see these calls, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It looks like this purple here, that means the volume exceeded open interest. So something's going on here that's of interest, and this is all the $5.50 call that expires February 6th. So let's click into that contract to see what's going on. Already got it pulled up the past 3 days. I'm just going to zoom out so it's not so overwhelming, and I might actually have Ed step out of the way so I can go over the data down here with you guys. So this is the past 3 days. We've got January 9th over here, 8th, and then 7th, and that's where we see a lot of this big movement in the net call premium. And actually, if we do go back over to here, we could actually do the past 4 days because we see the spike in net call premium here, but I can't filter it like that. So I'm going to have to do by the past 7 days, but we actually don't see that much for this contract over here. It would have been a different one. It wasn't hundreds of thousands of dollars, or at least $100,000 on that premium. So I'm not going to worry about it the past 7 days. Let's just look at the past 3 days, and we can see this big spike in net call premium. This candle representing 10,000, over 10,000 contracts. And this was on, let's see, January 7th. And so we look down in the data here on January 7th. We had an open interest of around 200 when previously at the start of the year, January 2nd, there was an open interest of 14. And so just within the span of a few trading days, that open interest has more than 10x to around 200 contracts. But then on the 7th, we see a volume that greatly exceeds the open interest, volume of 14.3 thousand contracts, which led to an increase in open interest by nearly 13,000, getting open interest to over 13,000. 13,141 contracts open. So that's very interesting, but that does correspond with, from the 7th into the 8th, that corresponds with a red spike here. And so that does suggest selling. And over here we see the drop in net call premium. Also this volume, that does suggest selling. So this may not be so bullish. And so what I'm thinking happened here, and I could be wrong about this, I am thinking that somebody who had a bunch of shares, they sold some covered calls because after seeing a move like this, they're thinking, hey, I capitalized on that move. I'm going to sell my contracts now that it's come up in case it pulls back, take some risk off the table and whatnot. And so I think that's what this was, selling covered calls with a $5.50 strike. So that's kind of like saying, hey, they don't think that price is going to close above 5 because they probably don't want to sell their shares or above 550. They probably don't want to sell their shares above 550. That's why they're selling these covered calls. It pulls back, they collect this premium, and then after collecting that premium, they get their shares back once this contract expires, February 6th. However, very interesting, the very next day on the 8th, we also see a lot of volume traded spike here, but this looks like it's buying of calls, not selling. And so that would be more on the bullish side. But what we have in the open interest, while there's buying of calls here, potentially, we actually see open interest go down. So what I think happened is whoever was holding these saw the price go up to above 550, right around 550. Actually, looking at the price over here, we can see it was above 550. And so they're probably like, oh crap. Or they're probably like, oh, well, it's above 550. I'm going to sell some covered calls. Price pulls back to 5. I make some money on that premium, and that's good. And so price in yellow here consolidates and comes down some, but then maybe they panic thinking, well, maybe it's not actually going to retrace that much. Maybe it's just forming a bull flag before it continues higher. So what I think what they did is after selling covered calls representing nearly 13,000 contracts, they want to take some risk off the table in case it does close above 550. They don't want to part with all of those shares. They bought back about 12,000 of those covered calls, which led to a decrease in the open interest because there were covered calls that were sold to open and then they were bought back to close. And that's why we see open interest dropping. However, we do see open interest going from 14 at the beginning of the year to now 4,000. So generally that's bullish, but if these are covered calls, that still suggests that we could be seeing a retracement. We could be seeing a pullback. And so that's what I think. I think that they're still betting on it pulling back, but that they might be wrong. So they wanted to cover that, buy back some of those covered calls, so they still have some shares if it does go up. And they probably made some money on this premium because they would have sold them, here when the low is 55 cents, and they would have bought them back or could have bought them back at 48 cents. They would have made a little bit of money there. So I find that to be really interesting. But again, that's 550 for February 6th. And so with all that being said, looking back at the chart over here, what I'm thinking is, maybe this could be a bull flag. And also, if we do look at the volume here, volume goes up as price goes up, but then as it consolidates, what's volume do? It pulls back, it cools off, and that suggests that this move is being absorbed and it will continue, that this is still continuation. This is presenting the possibility for a continuation. And so one way to get an idea of where that could be going is if we do a Fibonacci extension. I'm just going to go from the approximate low from December 31st, which was at 432. So I got it pinpointed right there. Then going up to the high, let's see, from January 7th, and that was at 569. And then let's say we pull back to this 50% retracement right around 510. And let's get that lined up right there. And so the 786 extension would suggest a price of 634. I have no idea how long it could take to get there, but if we do take a step back, we see the 100%, and that suggests a price of 672 or 6.767, maybe something fun there. But yeah, I think that this could be going higher. And also, since this is something I do talk about a lot on the channel, or I try to consider, is we do have a higher high ever so slightly over here. And what do we have in the RSI? Also a higher high. So there's no bearish divergence there. Maybe there is in the bigger picture. Nope, we see lower high, lower high. So yeah, I mean, I think that if this pulls back to around 5, I think that's probably a dip buying opportunity. And I think people getting hung up on the gaps over here, maybe they'll get filled in a year or something. Maybe they'll get filled in a couple of months. But what we're seeing here is a breakout above all of these moving averages. And if we backtest them and they hold, we could be looking at, something like this, a very nice clean breakout. This pulls back to 5, even sub 5. This could be a retest of that breakout before continuing higher. And so I think this looks good. I think that we could potentially be getting into like gamma ramp territory, but also maybe not. There are gaps to the downside, so I think it's risky, but I think it's pretty interesting seeing that options activity going over that. Makes me think that somebody's betting on this pulling back, but now they're second guessing themselves. They're like, hey, maybe I was wrong, and maybe this is going to go higher. And maybe, just because I see all these gaps to the downside, maybe we also see some gaps to the upside, like over here, the close on October 16th. That was at 739. That's a gap that has yet to be filled. Also over here, we see a gap on October or following October 15th. That close was at 944. So those are other gaps that we could be filling. And so I am just going to mark them. I'm not going to be to the penny on this, so I'm going to have to adjust it. 943, let's adjust that to 944. And then this other one, the close here, that was at 739. Mark that right there. Those are gaps to the upside. And this altogether could just be, like a massive bullish consolidation. And this could be, like an inverse head and shoulders pattern, potentially. It's kind of wonky. But yeah, I mean, that could be suggesting this is going to be going to double digits maybe later this year. So generally, I think this looks really good. I also think it looks really interesting. Fundamentally, I think that lithium is something good for the U.S. to be investing in, to secure our energy future, to secure storage of that energy, and also lithium storing via batteries, whether it's renewable energy or other sources of energy. This just allows us to be able to diversify, to store that energy, to use it later, and also for EVs, all of that. So yeah, I mean, I just think that this is a really, really interesting one. And so I want to thank Bruce for requesting that. And I'm just going to bring Ed back here to say, as always, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more clips like this from gameplay streams. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. All right, so that's going to be an awesome clip. Thanks again, Bruce. I dove pretty deep into that. And so with that being said, I'm probably not going to do USAR, or maybe I will in a minute. I'll just look at it real quick. And I should also note that I did LAC. I'll circle that. USAR was requested. And then also, what did you say? NWBO. I don't know that one, NWBO. So we can look at those two real quick, but I'm not going to do a deep dive just for sake of time. USAR. I feel like I've got to have it on the list here, but maybe I don't. I should have it on the list. Got Amy there, but yeah. So let's add USAR. Okay, and then the other one, what did you say? That was NWBO. NWBO. Northwest Biotherapeutics. They're biotherapeutics. These always make me nervous. This one, I mean, it could take its time consolidating above this. I mean, very similar move here to what you saw over here, and it took a while. And so that's just a big opportunity cost. So when it came back, when it was testing the purple line and the red line, that's the 100 and let's see, 200-day simple moving averages. That was, let's see, 119 days. So nearly half a year of it just being sideways and or down before it breaking out again. So I'd say this one's probably really risky. I personally would avoid it, because, I mean, maybe they get something approved, maybe they don't, maybe they get something approved, but then they have to raise capital. This is also, yeah, a literal penny stock at like 26 cents. So I think very risky. The market cap, $400 million. That's not really that much for them to work with. So yeah, I mean, I'd say risky. USAR. This looks very similar to LAC, so I'd say basically the same kind of analysis that I just applied, you could apply to this, but I will note it, maybe it's something that I do want to go over to continue in the streams tomorrow. But yeah, since I did such a heavy deep dive into LAC, I might just get back to the gameplay so I'm not up too late, and so I do make progress through the sewers. And so, yeah, let's get back to this. I'm just going to turn the lights back off. All right, I should drink some water. I'll probably remute this. I just said I was going to mute it so you don't hear me gulp, but then I muted myself when I was saying that. So let's get back into the game. And also, sorry if my mouth ever makes funny noises. It's something that drives me crazy when I listen to other people, and it's like I know that I do that too. When I like edit stuff, I can hear it. Okay, so where am I going now? I want to go back to that elevator that I found. I know where I'm going. I'm pretty sure. Not back that way, this way. And yeah, I think I'm in good shape with stuff. That zombie's still over there. Okay, okay, yeah, the stairs there, cool. It's possible the guy that I shot here is back on his feet, but maybe his head blew up? I don't remember. He's dead. Or he's not reanimating, I should probably say. It's a more proper way to put it. Alright, Leon's being a biatch. Okay. Oh, and this I go to the waterways. Dang it, I totally screwed up in them. But it's no big deal. It's possible there are more zombies here, so I gotta be careful. Yep. Headshot. One and done. In case there's some reanimation. Did I get this guy in the head too? It's a beautiful thing. Oh. Looks like I did reanimate.
That's gonna suck. This is insane.
Oh.
God damn it. You bastard. Oh, what the hell?
Didn't need to do that, but he could fall. Oh, he was just like standing on that thing. It's funny. Alright, so go back here. I have to say, this is so cool that I discovered this because I didn't do that before. Ooh, and also, I could probably go back to the mansion from here. What's this? Long barrel for the lightning hawk. Okay. Oh, okay, so custom part for the lightning hawk. Sick. That thing looks nice. That's a big gun. I must say, 7-round capacity still. Wow, do not mess with me with that thing. This doesn't say... Nope, it does say that I don't have a use for it. Could have just left it there. That's kind of a cool thing. I might just put it in my... Dude, I could have... When I got here, I could have just... Oh, yeah, I'm, like, going back to, like, where I fought that guy and stuff. Let's see. It's all green now. I could have just... I didn't have to backtrack, man. Had I thought more, I could have just recognized, well, I can just go up this way. And I can develop that film. Okay. I didn't need to get bitten by those zombies, dang it. I mean, I probably would have anyways. Stop crying, Leon. And I wonder if I don't have any more need to use that anymore. That's fully used as well. Before I go up there, maybe I want to save? I don't know. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm going to want to save because there might be liquors and stuff. And I want to get my roll of film. For old time's sake, I'm just going to put this thing in there that says I don't. Oh, I can get rid of it. But yeah, let's see. Roll of film. That might have a combination on it. And yeah, I just want to check the map. Machinery. Okay, so I want to go to the L2 to the police station. I'm like, what do I still have to do here? Nothing, just the light room. Or the dark room. So if I go through here, actually it might be better if I go through the library. I wonder if Mr. X is going to be here. So if I go through the library through this way, and I go through the stairs, and that's probably like the best way to avoid a licker. And so, oh, yeah, and I can discard this thing. Okay, so I want to save here. Thought there's a typewriter yet. I know my guy's over here. Gotten everything here. I just don't have all the doors open because I don't have the hard key. Yeah, there's Marvin, still chilling. I think there might be some zombies in here, though. This is like a fear that I am more comfortable with. The sewers, kind of gross. Oh, he's got my knife in him though. Okay, hiding place. There's like a stereo. And okay. So maybe that was not worth doing. Hiding place. Desk and a stereo. The phone. Because maybe that's what I already moved. No, because I came back here. Gun shop. Okay, so police station, underground facility, sewer entrance. Okay. It's sewers. Okay, there we go. And so what rooms in the sewers? Control room. Dial lock. And this is somewhere that I'd gotten separated, so I can go back over here. So maybe that's where a hiding place is. I don't know. And I know there's a liquor right outside here, so I'm gonna go slowly and quietly. And hopefully I don't have to take him out, although I would get a knife back. He's dead. Or he's just double dead, I guess I should say. Marvin's still over there. Alright, so I think I'm gonna like wanna inspect where I got into a fight with that guy. So maybe there's a hiding space there. That's what it's referring to. Oh, okay, so this is all green. That's where I fell down. Okay, so nothing over here. But, like, sewers. It's like the sewer entrance. Okay, the control room. That's where I initially started out. The dial lock. And this stairs goes to this. Oh, okay, cool. And so that had to have opened that work lift. That's the lower. The lower connects with the upper. And so maybe I do want to try to go back there, and maybe that's in the dial lock. Let's see. the button in the elevator. It's a control room. I feel like I kind of want to go there. If I go here to the middle, nope, that stairway goes up to that. And this. Okay, but this is where the gross monster is. I think. Yeah, because I like came down here. And I like ran past him to get here. I go up the little stairs. I'm not really sure. Oh, there's something for me to read. Ah, yes. S Z. That's the combination lock. SZF. Okay, so where is the combination lock? Over here? Dial lock. Yeah, how do I get there? Control room. Oh, there's a video player. Oh, yeah, the dial lock. Yes, yes, okay. Yeah, so it's going to take me a minute to figure out how to get back there. But, like, I ran past the guy to get there, and I think that might be the only way. So where am I now? I guess I'm in the upper. Yeah, so I kind of want to, and then that, I drop down to this. I don't think I can climb back up. So I kind of have to go back and shoot that guy. Okay, so I need to go. I am in the upper here. If I go to the lower, that's where I come down the waterway. I slide down that thing. Or I could go from here. I don't know what's going to be in that locker. It's probably not worth it, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. And this is my best way of, of going. Come down here, and I go over here. Yes, rather than going by the globby guy. Okay, some of them reanimated, but I'm pretty sure that I popped the tops. Okay, I'm kind of bummed about this, to be honest, because I want to find out what's in that locker. And I climbed down. I don't think I'll be able to climb back up there, but maybe I can. that just yet. It's like gonna be stressful, but I'm like way better equipped than I was before. And he's still down. Okay, cool. It's like if I go out that way. This is the lower waterway. This is how I can get up there. Probably not worth it though. Yeah, because he's right there. No thanks. Still there? Yep. And so it's like over here. Be nice if I could get. There's a ladder there. Just really want to be able to go up there. It's from like that. I don't think I can. It's like everything has to be a puzzle. Chess pieces and yeah, so I'm gonna want to prepare for battle, and so I can make shotgun shells. I'm gonna want some. Oh yeah, and how many? I guess I'll stop from the top. Okay, green. I'm gonna get another green, so I don't need another green. Blue. I'll want another blue. Mag ammo. I got 9 of those. So that's pretty nice. But I don't need any more than the 7 I have. Blue. I got all this gunpowder. Flash grenades. Do I want to use a hand grenade? I don't think so. I don't think I need to. I'll get a flamethrower anyways. And so yeah, I'll probably just save here. Oh, actually, and I maybe want another herb. How many red herbs do I have? Do I not have any? I got 1 red herb. I do have a first aid spray. This gives me some options though. So I'll take that. And I do have gunpowder. I can make bullets if I need to. And that's not where I save. So I just like saving all these spots. Oh yeah, no, I'm just seeing this, thanks for the deep dive. Yeah, no problem. It's always fun to go over this stuff. The door here. Ah, yes, this is where I would like to be able to go up. So once I get back there, I'll be able to open up that locker. Oh, this is the wrong way. I'm gonna go here. And so now I'm gonna deal with some stuff. It's gonna suck. So from here, I want to go down, and then this is where I need to go. Yes. I hate this. This is like part of the game I'm not looking forward to. So I'm gonna go down here and try to get that plant, but I'm probably gonna like retreat right away because there's gonna be some animation that's gonna freak me out, or freak me out before at least. Oh God.
What was that?
That's like the little, like, things that pop out and can kill me. And actually, one thing that I might, so I'm gonna get like the flame thrower over there. I got a lot of supplies, so, but I can make bullets, yeah, and I'm gonna be getting poisoned, so I'm gonna be using a lot of that stuff. Do I want to use it right away? I'm at caution for my health. I think I'm just gonna go with it.
Oh my God, this is getting worse.
Just need to run down there. I might have wasted the last shot on that, but I'm glad I took him out without screwing myself over, and I'm just gonna make some more shotgun shells. I think there's got to be at least one more. I'm pretty sure there's probably 3. God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Can I have my knife back, please? Okay, so really don't want to be wasting these bullets, but I can make more if needed because I do have a lot of gunpowder. Look at that, it's disgusting. Okay, not that way. So I don't have the knife anymore because I'm not going to get that back from him. But I got my health. That's what's important. But I'm just wondering, why is this all red? There's got to be some stuff there for me to get. But yeah, I don't have any more of that. All I have is my handgun. Maybe I should have brought grenades with me. But maybe. Maybe not. Is that a little raccoon toy? Gotta take a photo. Okay. This area is green. I just came from there, yeah. Okay. Like, how's my health? Still caution. I didn't have to use any blue things. Got a red plant up here. This is locked. There's flamethrower. I know there's a dead guy in here somewhere. Forget where. Maybe I can. So I need to. This is where I get the chess pieces. I need to combine some stuff. Guess the queen. King to get in there. There we go, that guy. This guy can come up here. And I can just shoot him.
Fucking hell.
Oh shit, there's a shadow. There we go.
Fuck you. Jesus. Ah, shit!
supplies on him because he's not a cop. Okay, so cha-ching, flamethrower. I have the flamethrower on my back as well as the shotgun. Where's that shotgun come from? That's funny. That's funny. That animates both of them there. Okay, so I just need this guy. All right, this is where things get a little interesting. I am gonna need to go through here. So I'm gonna open up the other door, I think. Might be. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this guy. Oh, okay. Put the queen here. And put the king here. And I go around. I can also combine some more red and green or whatever. This area is green, that area is red. Inventory is full. I can't just combine them. Why can't I just combine? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is do red and green, because of course. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. But I'm fine now. Okay. And the map is green, so that's what this is the way that I came. So I assume that it's safe. But I dropped into this. So I had to go back the other way.
What the?
Let's see. Use less than half of my things. Cool, so not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. And so well, where am I going now? This way. Over there, yep. Pretty sure the guy's reanimated. Unless I already shot him, I forgot. One shot pop. still over there. This one's the king. Would I rather have a shotgun or more revolver ammo? I don't need more revolver ammo. Okay, so mag ammo, I'm gonna want to equip this for sure. Don't know, but the other stuff, I should probably have 2 of those just in case. Red and green. I'll swap this with a green. I don't have that many greens, but too bad I wasted that. But yeah, I've got stuff to heal. Gunpowder. Man. Maybe a grenade would be good for this guy. I don't know. Let's see, what can I do with the gunpowder that I have? Got 2 shotguns right there. And then that with what's out is a handgun. And that's it. So, I don't know if I want to use the flamethrower. I mean, I probably should be using it, because it's cool. See, I mean, I've got the thing of bullets taking up a spot. I should probably make some more bullets. Which means I could probably get rid of the shotgun. Yeah, I'll store the shotgun. Maybe I get some shotgun shells, though. So I'll store this. And I'll equip grenades. Alright, so let's see. And then I'll save, and I'll probably want to adjust the next time. Over here. There's that, so I just put the queen here. Unless I screwed that up.
Okay, almost there, Ada.
Do I take the plug sockets with me? What weapon is this? Shotgun's down, I got nothing in there. Manpower room, garbage room. Some green here. And so, yeah, I'm gonna drop back the blue and the green. What is equipped? Oh wait, grenade's equipped. Maybe I actually want to get my knife. I think I have another knife in here. And that should be equipped for sure. Oh, this guy up front. I think that's where I fight the guy. Let's see, this looks like it's probably locked door.
Damn it. Need the power on first.
Main power room, so that's where I gotta go. Green, okay.
Jesus Christ!
Let's see, what's my health?
It's still alive?
I don't know how to kill him, so I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. I actually did better before my first time when I had like no health. I'm just gonna continue and see what happens. Yep, large steel container. I tried to do that and I screwed it up apparently.
Now I got you.
I gotta learn how to kill this guy.
Bet I can use the crane. Now I got you.
Okay, I'm dead. That's fine. No. Why would I want to switch to assisted?
Now I got you.
Damn. It's like started me off in a bad spot.
Now I got you. Let's do this. Now I got you. Let's do this.
Damn. Oh, fuck.
Now I got you. Let's do this.
Well, that's how you beat it. Now I know how to do it.
Let's hope that's the last of them.
guessing it won't be. Where's the mag ammo? Behind me. Okay, so I know how to do that. Convenient. Okay. I can play that much better.
Ada! Ada, where are you?
Over here!
Ada! I was getting worried there for a sec.
I can't get it out.
I don't know if I should,
Just do it. I can't walk like this.
Okay. It's gonna hurt. Hold on.
I can do it myself.
Just relax, okay? So, what do we do now?
Get yourself out of here. While you still can.
I'm not just gonna leave you. Not like this.
You don't understand. The situation's worse than I thought.
You're not getting rid of me that easy. You protected me. Now it's my turn.
Didn't realize we were keeping score.
Grab my shoulder.
Don't push it, rookie.
Okay, just trying to help. Watch your step.
You want to help? We have to get to the nest.
Nest?
Umbrella's lab, right beneath us. Net let it slip. That's where the virus samples are. You up for this?
Think I could fit it in my schedule.
Come on. We got work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, almost there, Ada.
Damn it. Need the power on first.
Jesus Christ! Let's do this! Let's hope that's the last of them. Ada! Ada, where are you?
Over here!
Ada! I was getting worried there for a sec.
I can't get it out.
I don't know if I should,
Just do it. I can't walk like this.
Okay. It's gonna hurt. Hold on.
I can do it myself.
Just relax, okay? So, what do we do now?
Get yourself out of here. While you still can.
I'm not just gonna leave you. Not like this.
You don't understand. The situation's worse than I thought.
You're not getting rid of me that easy. You protected me. Now it's my turn.
Didn't realize we were keeping score.
Grab my shoulder.
Don't push it, rookie.
Okay, just trying to help. Watch your step.
You want to help? We have to get to the nest.
Nest?
Umbrella's lab, right beneath us. Net let it slip. That's where the virus samples are. You up for this?
Think I could fit it in my schedule.
Come on. We got work to do.
Yes, ma'am.
The cable car will take us down to Nest. My wristband's our ticket to ride.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
Borrowed it. Anyway, we're almost there.
Let me carry you.
No. That'd only make me feel worse. How's the shoulder?
Worse than it looks.
What? The pair. Both got one foot in the grave.
Let me carry you.
No. That'd only make me feel worse.
Jesus.
Damn leg.
Let me carry you.
No. That'd only make me